Hey guys, how's it going? It's definitely been a while since my last video, but I plan on changing that. I'd like to, not that my channel has a format as it is, but I've just been thinking about how I want to create an online presence, and I think that what I've got in store for you today is gonna be the ticket and kind of the direction in which I want to go. Um, I've got a really special guest for you who's not only made a name for himself in the industry, but has also been instrumental in helping others find success. I'm thrilled to introduce to you Jason Geiman, a true guru in the pressure washing industry. Jason's been at the forefront of the industry, offering not only top notch pressure washing services, but also invaluable expertise in marketing and hands on training. With a mission to empower fellow entrepreneurs and elevate the standards of the trade, Jason's been a beacon of inspiration for many aspiring business owners. Today, we'll delve deep into Jason's journey, how he got started, the challenges he's had to overcome, and the strategies he's employed to achieve remarkable success. But more than just sharing his story, Jason's here to provide actionable insights and advice that you can apply to your own business endeavors. So whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out in the pressure washing business, get ready to be inspired and equipped with the tools you need to take your venture to new heights. Without further ado, let's jump into this insightful conversation with Jason Geiman.
All right.
Cool. How's it going?
I'm doing awesome. I am very tired.
Yeah, preach, me too. Hi, it's Harrison here with Atlas Pro Wash, with Jason Geiman, the king of pressure wash himself. We're tired. It's been a long weekend. We've been here for 3 days.
In Portland.
In Portland, Oregon.
Yes.
Not Oregon, it's Oregon. Wrapping up day 3 in your pressure washing and crystal light training. And I know I've had an absolute blast. I've learned so much between the classroom training, the hands-on training, and networking. I mean, this has been a great opportunity for me, and I appreciate you taking the time to interview with me.
Awesome. I'm happy to do it.
Awesome. So let's get rolling into some of these questions here. I want to talk a little bit about your background, and there's been some things that you shared to the class, and I think it's important for everybody to hear. I know you talk about it a lot in your own videos too, but could you share a little bit about your journey into pressure washing and what inspired you to start?
So the reason why I started this is because we were broke and I needed money, and so and I wanted to start my own business. I don't work well with others in as a part of being a boss or not being a boss and not following very well. And so I was a full-time firefighter, obviously, and my wife was working at Toyota, and we needed some extra money because we were in debt. And so that is why I started my pressure washing business in 2012.
Cool. I really identify with that, not being a good, it's not saying that I'm not a good employee.
Right.
But sometimes it's like you want that freedom, that autonomy to do your own thing. I think that's really important.
Correct.
So how would you say that your personal values has shaped the way that you conduct your business now?
Well, I want to help people, and my personal values is family. I'm big in with family. I believe that as I've grown my business, it has allowed me to do more family time. We actually brought the family out here to Portland, Oregon.
That's super cool.
And so I would have never been able to do that in the past. And so as I've grown my business and my values of, I am a Christian, I do believe in God, and I believe that I've been given these gifts to do this. And so that's how I've been able to use that standard kind of for myself also.
All right. That's awesome. Did they have fun?
They did have a fun.
Yeah?
They had a blast, yes.
Cool. That's
Yes.
cool. So, what would you say were the pivotal decisions or strategies that significantly contributed to your business's growth?
So the biggest thing was training.
Mm-hmm.
I started learning about Google Ads originally, and it was one that I had spent a lot of money on doing stuff through marketing, and I was spending a lot of money on nothing.
Right.
I was doing bad clicks, and I really noticed it when 2014 came around, when I was doing my my Christmas lights. There was 3 or 4 light shows, and I had spent like $2,000 to send people to their website where I didn't know that I could put them as negative keywords, and that way it would not be spending $2,000 to somebody else that I don't need to be sending people to.
That's fair. I got you.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, you've been really successful in providing training to others in the industry. What elements do you think are crucial in designing an effective training program?
The biggest thing is getting people to take action, and figuring out how to get them to take action. Because I can sit here and harp on what to do, but if you don't actually go do those steps, then you're not going to be successful.
Right.
So the biggest thing is key for me is breaking things down to be the simplest of the simple, and I'm pretty good at breaking it down to be simple, and that is my goal, is to help people so that, you know, I made videos where I'm like, yeah, I went, and then the next thing is already done, and people like to see it being broke down piece by piece, so that way it helps them understand to be able to build it better themselves.
When you said that it's kind of about, you know, you can tell somebody what to do, but that doesn't mean that that's what they're gonna do. My mom always says you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink.
Absolutely.
And I think that's where your membership comes in, because as opposed to just this, where it's we come in for this really super densely packed training session, having you being available to people, you know, whether it be twice a week or what have you, on the videos and stuff, I think that's a really big part of your business as a whole.
Right.
To get to that goal where people are doing how you train them to operate. I think that's really cool.
Right.
Those right?
Yeah.
We talked about the in our training today. And I think for me, it's just where I kind of have to breathe, to be honest. But we did some role playing with being the customer and the technician, and going up to the front door and knocking and having that confidence. And it's about practicing with, you know, whether it be yourself in the mirror, practicing with a friend, practicing with anybody.
Right.
And I think that was really cool. What would you say some essential tools or resources you believe every new business owner in this industry should use?
Well, one is their mouth, right? You should use the tool of communication. That is probably the biggest reason why people fail in business, is they don't know how to communicate. They don't know how to answer their phone. They don't know how to call people back. They don't know how to communicate just in general. You know, I made people feel uncomfortable here today because I made them stand up in front of other people and to learn how to talk to other people, right? And so that is the biggest key to this business is communication. You know, you can do any kinds of tools out there. You know, you can have the best pressure washer, but it doesn't mean that you're going to be able to get more work. You can be the best pressure washer out there, and it doesn't mean that you're going to get more work.
Okay. So kind of hitting on something that you hit on in class, I think that comes from fear. And you were saying that there's good fear and there's bad fear.
Right. And
I think that, you know, the being hesitant to communicate and stuff, that's definitely a bad fear, right?
Mm-hmm.
So something that you hit on a lot as well, you know, safety. That's a good fear.
Right.
For those looking to scale their operations, what are the first steps you recommend taking?
First steps is knowing your numbers. If you don't know your numbers, you're not going to be able to scale nothing. You got to know How much does it cost you to get a customer? How much does it cost you to do a job? How much does it cost you to have an employee? How much does it cost you to run a business? And not only how much does it cost you, but how much is there profit left over? You know, a lot of times we all look at the top line and, man, I did $500,000 or I did $1 million, and you look at the bottom line of your profit line and it's down to $10,000, $20,000. It's not worth it to only make $10,000 or $20,000 for our profit when we've lost money, you know, everywhere else because money's going out just as fast. Right. So for us to be able to scale, the number one thing you got to be able to do is know your numbers. You right. got to know, you know, how much does it cost to get a new customer? How much, you know, what's the lifetime value of that customer? You know, these are KPIs that we need to know that we can see of, hey, you know, how many 5-star reviews do we have? Are we getting happy customers or are they just okay customers? So those are things that we got to look at.
Would you personally, if you were doing it like, whether it be from scratch or something like that, maybe you're in it for a year, you're making some money, you have money to spend on yourself, you have money to invest in yourself, would you pay somebody to track your KPIs?
You could, and some of it's going to be, some of it could be from like your CPA and your QuickBooks. And a lot of this is going to be either through your QuickBooks and or through your CRM is where you're going to find out a lot of this stuff.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yes.
So it's being diligent about, you know, staying on
making sure you're putting the right information into your CRM, putting the right information into your QuickBooks, whatever it might be, so you can see, you can track all your profit and loss.
Gotcha. Cool. Just a couple more questions here. And I really like this one because I think it speaks to you as, you know, and what your business is, the King of Pressure Washing. What kind of legacy do you want to leave in the pressure washing industry?
So I want to leave a legacy of helping people grow their business, right? Not only grow it, but start and grow. You know, my goal is to help 1,000 people make $100,000 a year because I do believe that will change your life. Right? That's going to change your life more than anything. That if you can go out and make $100,000 a year doing pressure washing, you can change a lot. Some of you are only making $30,000, $40,000 a year, and in 2024, you can't make it on that, right? You can't make it on a $20 an hour job right now. There, you will be struggling. So if I can get you to $100,000, $150,000 a year, you will be successful and you'll be able to do things that you would never be able to do. You can have time freedom. You can have financial freedom. You can have the freedoms you want with your family at that point.
Right. That's cool. Do you read a lot? Do you listen to audiobooks?
I listen to a lot of audiobooks, yes.
Are you're familiar with The Go-Giver?
Yes.
That's kind of, you know, that's one of those things that, you know, you give, and then you get that back in return. Correct. And I think that's kind of what I see in kind of what you're doing and how I see, you know, you as a kind of a person in this industry, and I think it's really cool.
Yeah.
I think that's about it. Thank you for taking the time to interview with me.
Thank you for interviewing me. I never get this opportunity.
That's so cool. So if you could tell our viewers how they can reach out to you, that'd be great.
So you can find me on King of Pressure Wash or Christmas Lights, Christmas Lights Help, or King of Pressure Wash on YouTube, kingofpressurewash.com or christmaslights.io.
Awesome. I'll have all those linked in the description, as well as my own links to Atlas Pro Wash and all that kind of stuff. And thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, no problem.
Awesome.